kids of Olympians are far more likely to be Olympians because of the shared genes and like, the environment they were brought up in. So here's my thought. The Olympics gathers the most genetically gifted humans on the earth with elite speed, strength, ability to wear Lycra, and they put them all in one horny dorm for 3 weeks. Now, the village hands out thousands of condoms to encourage safe sex, but those shortages still happen year after year, Olympics after Olympics. Now, imagine if reducing access to contraception could statistically increase the chances of future elite athletes being born. So that's my theory. I think that there are some actors within that environment that want to or encourage future athletes and generations to be born. I'm not accusing anyone of the eugenics program. I'm just saying I think that setting makes for a wildly efficient experiment for generational gene control. Okay, love the show. I gotta go back.
100% agree. Yeah,
no, for real.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for your call.
Eller, you want to start us off?
I think the Olympics are a eugenics project, and I genuinely mean that. Wow. I think the Olympics, I'm anti-Olympics. I work with No Olympics here out in LA, follow them, I'm against them, and I think that that's 100% right.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But you're against the Olympics. All Olympics or just LA Olympics?
No, I mean, I'm particularly against the LA Olympics. I'm particularly against the LA Olympics because I live here, but I don't think the Olympics should exist. I don't care about them.
Wait, just because they're bad?
I think that they, the first corporate Olympics was like in the 80s, and I think what they do is they bring a lot of like corporate money into a city. They build like infrastructure that never gets reused. And they spend a lot of taxpayer money to do it. They clear encampments. They are horrible to homeless people. It makes rent prices go up for like many years afterwards. I just think it's a net negative for everybody who lives there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Does anyone think that the Olympics coming to LA is going to go smoothly at all?
No, there's going to be a bunch of dead Europeans who think they can walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Did someone describe it as
dead Europeans?
Anyone thinks they're walking anywhere there.
Dude, someone described it as it's going to be like 6 Super Bowls happening a day, every day for 6 straight weeks. I'm like, yeah, we could handle that.
Dude, I think I disagree with you.
Really? Kindly give it to me.
Alyssa Liu is gonna save our country, I think. Bitch skating, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's gonna end fascism.
Listen, the only thing that can kill fascism is a girl from the Bay. Is a girl from the East Bay, okay?
A tooth piercing, that's gonna end it.
Not to throw cold water on this conspiracy theory, but like any Olympic athlete will have children with a super athletic person anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Say, I mean, they're not going to be...
I also think you're way more likely to get an abortion if you are at the top of your performing ability.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to destroy my career right now for a baby.
Also, the reason that all of the condoms get taken is they're Olympic branded. It says, Milan 2026.
Yeah, they're not having
cool
sex
little...
with them guys.
They're like souvenirs.
Well, sure, whatever you have, but like people are like, I filled up a whole backpack's worth. Yeah.
Guy who swears he's not having sex at the Olympics.
There's no way that's not allowed.
They're just producing too little.
Wait, if you look on eBay right now, could you buy Milan 2026?
All right, we're doing some research on this episode, so get ready, everyone.
Also, the Olympic rings are just condoms. Like,
that's great branding. That's a really good.
I have an Olympic idea.
That's a really good merch idea.
Like,
and you collect all the colors of the rings.
So due to a severe shortage, they're now being sold from $100 to $125. Not for sex.
That's less than the Trader Joe's bags that they've...
Trader Joe's
condoms.
No, but you know
like
the
tote bags?
Yeah, the
Should we start
themed pale tote bags. They're being sold for $300 in other countries.
They're like,
Can we look at birth rates post Olympics via Olympic athletes? Wes, pull that up.
Yeah.
What a specific search.
I'm sure those exist and are up.
But I do think Wes is right. I'm like, there's a very low chance that an Olympic athlete will marry somebody who's not like
very athletic and
if
probably
not an
extremely
athlete
attractive.
themselves. Yeah. Okay, well, we don't know about attractive. That's
Yeah.
Probably though.
That's conjecture.
You'd be a freak for real, like 7 feet tall, great at
Yeah.
skiing.
That's actually
That's
You look crazy though.
exactly where I'm like, people complain about trans people in sports because like, okay, you have a genetic whatever, but I'm like, Michael Phelps is like 7 foot long wingspan. I'm like, that's a genetic.
Yeah.
Wingspan.
He's a freak.
He's a
Yeah.
freak. I'm like,
Genetically.
that's a GMO baby. What are we talking about?
They grew him in a lab somewhere.
Yeah.
And he was,
yeah, he was amazing.
you know how he became like the spokesperson for depression after?
Because he was
Yes.
ripped on weed.
Did you,
Yes.
Did you guys see that documentary, The Weight of Gold? It's about a ton of Olympic. This is a big win on your side, but it's a bunch of Olympic athletes talking about how COVID happened, and then their entire life trajectory is like building up to the Olympics, and then they get a year off, and they're like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah.
And so it's
Yeah.
just like these crazy rates of like anxiety, depression, like suicide rates going up with athletes, just realizing that they're like, everything I've been working towards doesn't make any sense. It's like
nothing.
fake. Well, there's also,
Yeah.
it's like the money in it
They
or
don't
whatever.
make a ton of money.
They don't make any money
Only
with
a few
it.
sports make money, and it's through brand deals.
Exactly. And the margin to like thread that needle is tiny. And they're
And
like,
you
there's
have,
like
like, a
3
4-year
athletes
window.
who've done
You
it.
get-
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then your shelf life for an athlete, you're over at 27. Maybe you make it to 33. But by 35, it's over and you need knee replacements.
Yeah.
I thought you do get awarded money for winning a medal,
But not
But
like
yeah, but
not like
nobody-
the rest of my life is done.
I think a lot of them
it's
still have-
$30,000.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
Like the curling team specifically, I know that they're all like, yeah, this is a hobby. It's a passion, obviously,
yeah.
but like I work at Staples.
Yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
All right, did we pull up any info on birth rates?
So after large sporting 9 months after large sporting events, there are increases in birth rates
In the general pop or
So it
within
works.
athletes?
in the general population.
Oh.
So people
like,
get horned up by the Olympics.
Yeah, basically, if
Wow.
the Eagles win the Super Bowl, then in Philadelphia 9 months later,
Sure.
you'll see. Also, I mean, that happens with like weird random days. Like, do you guys remember what was it called? Trafficzilla or something like that? Trafficageddon or what was it? Something like
Yeah,
that.
Carmageddon,
But
Carmageddon.
Carmageddon. And so everyone was supposed to stay, like, the 405 and the 101 and the 5 were all closed the same day or something like that. So they just told everyone to stay home, and there was a huge, like, birth rate increase just from that. So I guess people get
Sam,
hammered.
you don't need a-
People
a
get
small
hammered,
reason,
people
yo.
get stay home, and they bang it out.
Yeah, that's
So,
why I haven't been having a baby, is because I don't have enough time at home.
Yeah, because of all the
bro.
traffic.
You're a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
Yeah, you're always
Damn
in the car.
LA.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like one day being home, and that changed the birth rates. Like that's so crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird because in the news story they were like, we told you all to stay home, and apparently you did. I was like,
That's funny.
what are your guys' conspiracy theories that you believe are real? I guess the one about billionaires having the sex island was true.
It was true.
Yeah.
I don't think
Super
anybody thought
true.
that was fake.
I know. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I heard that Pizzagate is verified now. Yeah, but I don't know if I feel like I don't know what Pizzagate
Wait,
is.
can I say something about this?
Of course.
I think
why you're here.
no.
Yeah.
But in the files, we learned that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were heavily involved with the invention of 4chan and like some of the big subreddits. And so it has been bandied about that some of the true details were leaked. In like they basically that QAnon was sort of like an AstroTurf campaign to bring out the craziest true facts to make them sound like crazy and schizophrenic. So that when they came out for
Yes.
real,
Oh wow.
Yes.
people would be like, "That's
It was debased
insane."
conspiracy
Yes,
theories
exactly.
that they could be like,
Which is
"Oh,
like a
this doesn't happen as frequently as it does," but then
yes, and which
does.
is like a tactic of like spy agencies, right? To like plant a bunch of fake stories with some mixed in, so that anytime somebody brings it up, they sound like a conspiracy theorist.
I've heard the same thing about
Wow.
aliens, like about they like, make it, or even like Bigfoot, like they make it very like absurd so that you seem insane for believing it.
Yes.
It's
Of
like,
cour's there's aliens.
Yeah,
Of
the
course.
aliens one. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We're so narcissistic that we think that we're the only things
Life
that
on
exist. Of course, there's a Megan Thee Stallion out there.
Oh, I gotta see
Stallion
her.
alien.
I gotta see her.
She gets shot by Tory
projection.
Lanez. That's funny, dude.
It's not that I personally believe the Earth is flat, but I
Oh
believe, I do believe that they have the right to their community. I think that's the flat earthers are like loser guys that are so close to being like pedophiles, but they're actually just believe the Earth is
So
flat.
you're like, they're not hurting anybody.
Not
Let
hurting
them
Yeah.
do it.
no,
them, like,
let them do
yeah.
it.
Let
Let
'em
them.
Let them do it. Interesting. I like
Or
that.
else they'd be using that energy to do weird things.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Did you see that documentary? I think there's a
Yes, I
documentary
loved
about
it.
them.
He literally, one of the guys stood out like the king of flat Earth. They, like he thinks
king.
he's like a king. Like they think he's the coolest. It's awesome. He just like went out on the beach and like to the ocean was like, look, tell me why I can see those mountains or that island if the Earth isn't flat. Which is insane.
Because of
Yeah.
elevation, dude. Yeah.
But I'm like, yes.
But in that doc, don't they run an experiment and they're like, they basically prove that the Earth is not flat, and they go, huh? And I was like, I'm kind of proud of you guys for running the experiment. Like, I mean, the one guy
guys.
tried to build a spaceship and it exploded, so I guess not as proud of him. But like, they're basically doing science to prove something we've known for thousands of years. But good on them if they're actually trying to figure it out. And
What
prove
are
it.
their
It's-
big? I don't get. What are their big talking like evidence?
That they can't see it.
That's it.
yeah.
None of them have ever been in an airplane.
like-
I don't know.
The main guy,
Like
like
none of them have ever flown.
they go
But
to like
a group of walkers and drivers.
What's weird about it is they
They're just from
concede
the
that
Midwest.
they concede that all
Midwest
other celestial bodies are spherical. They're like, yeah, the sun's a circle, and
like,
the
we have
moon's,
pictures of
and
the
the moon's
moon.
a circle, and Jupiter and Saturn and Mercury.
But the
and all
Earth
that.
is
but the Earth is
all
a
the
disc.
way.
Yeah, you're like, why? Yeah. Okay.
it brings people together that a woman and a man from the flat earther community ended up becoming married, and like no one else was gonna marry them. I'm so sorry.
That's beautiful.
In sickness and in flat earth health.
Stay together.
Yeah, it's like for that I'm like they get their energy out together, you know. But I guess they do create a conglomerate of people that also believe the Earth is flat. Is that harmful? Who knows?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
you're
that
right.
one.
yeah.
That one's relatively harmless.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. I mean, it's,
But it's not gonna.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Whatever.
Right.
no,
But
because
I
then
also
There's
think
worse things. to
somebody
believe
got
in.
married. That means they're gonna have kids,
like
and
a
they're gonna tell
vaccine person.
they're gonna tell a human child that the Earth is flat. Like,
Whatever.
There are a
I
bunch
mean-
That
of
is
children,
crazy.
human
Yeah.
children that believe in like creationism.
that's terrible too. Those poor kids.
I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that.
Okay,
They,
did we
like,
figure
teach
out how much of
children.
Pizzagate is real?
None of it. Dude. This is here like I heard it was actually all true. Yeah.
But
Okay,
in
What were
so-
the
Bills,
big?
they
What were the
reference
big
pizza a
cornerstone?
lot.
during the 2016 presidential campaign, apparently they went through Anthony Weiner's emails.
Yes.
Whatever. Anyways, they alleged that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was a child sex trafficking ring, and there was a bunch of children in the basement of it, and that Hillary Clinton was regularly going there to eat them, or I don't get it.